Hello, hello, hello. 30-day boot camp. How are you? How are you? Come on in. Come on in. We're going to just tag everybody here. I'm going to share this to my team page because a lot of my team members are in here. If you could do the same, that would be awesome. There we go. Do that. We're going to send this to there. Da 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 da. That's my calendar letting me know that I need to be here. Yes, hi Misha. Come on in, say hi. I cannot see comments, just so you know. Hey Julia, what's up? Hey from Pennsylvania. Hello, good afternoon. I can't see comments, so I'm not ignoring you, friends, I promise. And but for some reason, comments don't come through on here. Hello, Andrea, honey. How are you? All right, so I'm just going to put this in the comment of my post that I did earlier. All right, so come on in. Come on in. Let us know how you're doing. It is Monday. I actually have the day off of work. My daughter has off of school. And, well, I feel like I'm busier today than I am when I have to manage all the things. So come on in. Come on in. I'm going to do a quick introduction out of respect for your time and mine. I'm going to let you know, hello everybody, that I am not looking at the comments. As an adult with ADHD, it is more helpful for me and those folks who are watching the replay for me not to pay attention to the comments. Here's what I'm going to ask, that you keep all of your questions until the very end, and I promise I have lots of time. This should only take 30 minutes for me to deliver the meat, maybe 40, of this training, and then open to questions at the end. But for me to stay laser focused and for our replay shoppers to respect your time, we're going to keep the meat of this training, and this is what I do for my team too, to the first 30 to 40 minutes. Okay, so I'm not ignoring you on purpose. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. I'm going to introduce myself in just a minute. So hello, everybody. I'm going to introduce myself. And so I'm going to ask you to write your comments down. You should have a notebook. I always there's like scribble notes all over the place. Always have a notebook handy. So scribble your questions down, and I promise I will have time to answer them at the end. Okay, if I don't get to them when I'm doing my initial presentation, okay? I'm so glad you're here. It's super important that you not only show up to trainings, friends, but that when this training is over, you then implement what you learned. Because if you watch this training and don't implement anything, you not only wasted my time, you wasted your own, and your time is valuable. Okay? So, hello. So glad you all are here. It is a snowy, cold Sunday here. It's Monday in New Jersey. So my name is Courtney Valeri. I have been with Paparazzi since April of 2018. So almost 8 years. I'm gonna say some things during this training that may get you feeling kind of in your gut. I promise I didn't stalk any of y'all. I didn't research. So if it makes you feel that way, you may want to self-reflect and see why it makes you feel that way, because this training is not directed at any one person individually. Okay? This is meant to help you improve your business. So if something I say gets you in the you might want to self-reflect and think about it. So many times I hear, my sponsor doesn't insert blank. My sponsor blank. I'm here to tell you, my sponsor quit. My sponsors quit. And here I am winning. Do not let your sponsors' influence on your business define your success. Your sponsor does not define your success. okay? I have been 2 times platinum life of the party, 1 time black diamond life of the party, 5 times diamond level seller, and 7 times 6-figure seller. I am the premier producer, team leader of the Fabulous Flamingos team. If you're here, shout yourself out, throw a flamingo down in the comments. Woot woot, love on my team. I'm the 2022 Z recipient of the Courtney. Super grateful for that. And this year I qualified for my first ever leadership summit. So I will be attending Tahiti. I qualified in November. I did do paparazzi full time for about 5 years. And just this summer, I made the decision to go back to work. And I'm still selling paparazzi. I still love paparazzi. Paparazzi is still amazing. It is still an option. Okay. So I am a mom. I am a wife. I am a daughter. Okay. I work full time. I have a very active 12-year-old middle school daughter. Okay. I have a dad who went through cancer treatment this summer, who lives with us. Okay. I can listen to any single excuse as to why you're too busy to show up for your business. Through all of that, I don't cancel lives. I don't cancel lives. I show up. There are a million reasons why you don't show up. You only need one good one to make sure you never miss. Make sure you never miss showing up for your business, okay? So you don't need more time. We all get the same 24 hours in a day. You need a simple plan for the time you already have. And in honor of Martin Luther King Day, I'm going to quote him. If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, keep moving. Common struggles that we have in this business, okay? These are common things. You are not alone in feeling this way. Feeling like you're always on, right? How many of you can relate to that? Posting things, but maybe not selling. Busy, but not paid. I got news for you, friends. We're all busy, and everybody's busy looks different. Okay? But are you being productive? We also have a tendency to compare ourselves. You are you, and that is your superpower. Stop comparing your journey to insert person's name. Mine, Andrea's, Monica, Lucretia, Emily, Kathy DeCastro. Enter any names you want, right? Enter any name to who you're comparing yourself to and stop it. Because you are your only competition and you are the only person getting in your way. If you take Monica and Lucretia combined, they have about 400 people on their lives each. Okay, that's 800 people. Don't you think that there's more than 800 people on Facebook in a night or on TikTok? I'm here to tell you there are. So stop comparing yourselves. I don't have 400 people in a live. I never have. Don't compare. Okay? Income comes from focused actions, not constantly being busy. Not constant activity. You don't need to be doing constant activity. You need to be focused and very strategic about what you do. Okay? Who feels busy every day, but still feels like they're not getting things done? Who feels like they're very busy every day, but is not accomplishing all the things? Comment busy. And if you're watching the replay, comment busy for me. That way I know you've got this far. Right? Right. You need to commit to manage your time. Block it out. You show up, many of you, some might not have a 9 to 5. And I say 9 to 5 is a general, other job, right? Another job, another commitment. Okay? You show up there. You're not late. You show up. Sometimes you give 110% to that, but then you come home and can't give 5% to yourself and your business. Show up for you. When you don't show up for you, you're not letting your sponsor down. You're not letting Andrea down. You're not letting even Misty Kirby down. You know who you're letting down? Yourself. Your business. Your goals. You're making the choice that your goals, your choices are more important than your goals. Okay? So we're going to talk about 3 money-making activities. Okay? And I'm not paying attention to the comments, so if you're asking questions, please, I love you all. I will answer them at the end, I promise. So write them down on a piece of paper so you don't forget. Okay? Most people in our industry waste time on low-impact tasks. What does that mean? How many of us doom scroll on TikTok, on Facebook, Instagram, wherever you're doom scrolling? How many of us binge watch TV? And that makes us feel busy. How many of us spend time overthinking about a specific post and how we're going to write it? I'm going to give you a news flash. Words are not my strong point. My team's going to laugh. Words are not my strong point. I'm real good at math. I was an accountant before I was a consultant. Okay? I'm real good at math. Words, not my strength. So what do? I outsource it. I use AI. AI helps me. This is coming out easy. Why? Because I'm so passionate about it. Okay? I'm so passionate about it. Okay? So you're going to work on the big 3 daily priorities every single day. Connection. Are you following up with your customers? Are you having conversations with people? Are you building relationships with folks? Okay? I'm going to use my post. I'm going to use my post from earlier today, right? I posted, and then I think about 95% of the people, because towards the end I was getting ready and had to look like a human. Okay? I responded to every single comment. That's building connection. That's building connection. Hey, everybody, come on in, come on in. Visibility, posting, stories, lives, reels, those types of things. So connection, visibility, and sales. Okay, sales includes offering items for sale, whether it's, messaging people to say, hey, check out our albums, invoicing, scheduling lives, that's the sale. What doesn't count as productive is scrolling, rewriting a post 400 times. Okay, how many of you overthink it? Let AI do it. Let ChatGPT help you. It's amazing. I'm here to tell you. Don't over-organize, right? We all focus on, oh my gosh, I don't know where to put my jewelry. I don't know how to store my jewelry. Guess what? The goal is to sell the jewelry so it doesn't have a place to live for a long time. You don't need to think about storage for long term because the goal is to get it out the door and into your customer's house. So stop overthinking. Do what makes sense for you, be able to find your jewelry. But don't spend a month spinning in circles figuring out how you're going to store the jewelry. Spend that same time going live, posting pictures, and selling that jewelry, friends. I don't want jewelry to live here. I want it to live at your house. Not your house, because, well, I want it to live in my customers' houses. Okay? So right now, I want you to grab your notebook. And I want you to write down 3 income-producing activities that you are going to do tomorrow. 3. That's it. They can take 5 minutes. They can take 15 minutes. They can take 30 minutes. That's up to you. And I don't need to know it. I don't need to know what they are. But I want you in your notebook, your response. You are accountable to you. You're not accountable to me. I'm here to help guide. Same thing with Andrea. Andrea is taking her precious time to do this boot camp. I can't imagine the amount of hours. I know the amount of hours I put into this 130-minute training. I can't imagine the hours Andrea has put into it. Okay? Go implement it. Don't spend time overthinking. Done is better than perfect. Write that down. #Courtney said. Done is better than perfect. And here's a news flash. If you watch any of the top sellers, top recruiters, top salespeople, they are not perfect. They are human just like me and you. They put their pants on one leg at a time or they'll fall down. Okay? So stop waiting for it to be perfect and just make the post. Just hit the button. Watch your first live. If you watch that and don't cringe, you're doing something wrong. My first live makes me crack up every single time. I had no idea what I was doing. I looked homeless, right? Like so many things. I have learned so much and I've grown so much. So done is better than perfect. #Courtney said. All right. Now, here is the meat for me and how I am able to, ready? This is what my current schedule looks like. I work Monday through Friday from 7 to 2. I'm off today. That's why I had the time to train today. Okay. I work Monday through Friday outside of the house from 7 to 2. I have a daughter who's in middle school who is in a show. And in the last year, she's done 7 shows, theater shows, and I've costumed all of them. Okay. I'm a costumer who doesn't sew. Tell me you can't sell jewelry. Tell me you can't sell jewelry. I costume 50 kids in a matter of 4 to 6 weeks, and I don't sew. Okay? You can make it happen. You just have to want to make it happen. Okay? My dad, doctor's appointments, things, right? Like life. I go live 5 days a week on 2 different platforms. I show up for my team every week on Thursdays for team training. I'm doing this training. And I also do team Zooms twice a month. Okay? All while working full time, showing up for my business, and selling jewelry. So how do I do it? Right? That's the money question. I do it by blocking my time. I'm here to stress to you, you do not need hours. You need intentional pockets where you do nothing but focus on whatever the task is for that pocket. okay? Suggested blocks, okay? I'm going to give you a few suggestions here. 15 minutes, messages and follow-ups. Message your customers who ordered for the first time if you know they got their jewelry. Hey, Sally, I hope you're enjoying the jewelry you got. I was so excited to see you back on our live. We hope to see you again soon. Takes 2 seconds, right? Hey, I message every single one of my new customers when they come onto my live for the first time. And I say, thank you for joining us tonight. I hope you enjoyed your time. We hope to see you again soon. If they shopped, I then send them I tell them their invoice has been sent to the email they provided. Any questions? I'm here. Period, the end. I do that when I'm live because you all know when you come off a live, you're not going right to bed, no matter how late it is. So that's what I do immediately. And on TikTok, it's super easy because you get those new followers, right? So I just message all of them. Okay. 10 minutes, post or a story, suggested block, live prep, block, invoicing, block. If you're not using Premiere for invoicing, you're losing a lot of time. I invoiced through PayPal for years and years and years. I've been invoicing with Premiere since PayPal was integrated. I think it's almost 2 years now. And it's a time saver and a money saver. When it's on the calendar, it gets done, friends. When you put it in the calendar, in your plan, it will get done. Batch your content. When you are feeling good, like right now, I'm feeling good, right? It's sunny, it's cold, but I look cute. Now is the perfect time when I'm done with this to do some content recording. Okay, so batch that. Choose one daily time block that you can commit to this week. Ready? I want you to write that on your paper. One time block. Okay? I'm going to show you my calendar. Your calendar does not need to look like this. This may send you all spinning in a circle. I am a spreadsheet junkie. My team will tell you that my spreadsheets have spreadsheets. They make me happy. They don't have to make you happy. I promise. I'm not going to be mad at you if they don't. Okay? Here is my week. It is color-coded so that at a glance, so this yellow block is a non-negotiable. That is work. I have to go to work. Okay? I'm going to show you my day for yesterday and today. So at 8 a.m., I do birthdays and recognition for my team. If somebody hits Style Ambassador, I make sure to recognize them. If it's somebody's birthday, paparazzi anniversary, I make sure to celebrate them. Okay? So yesterday, my family sleeps late. I don't. So I did my prep. It says prep outline for Monday training. That's this here. Okay? I blocked that. Purple is family time. So that could mean activities with my family or personal time. Okay? So all the purple is personal time or family time. So last night at 7, I get set for my live. Blue is a live show, so I was live. So green are business activities. Blues are live. Okay? After my live, I post a recap album immediately after my live. How do I do that? I gather the pictures while I'm showing the jewelry. So I show the jewelry, I scan my order history, and I save the photo while I'm live. Because the fewer times you touch the jewelry, the more productive you are, and that's more time that it's saving. Okay? So that was my day yesterday. A whole block of time in the evening. I watched some football. We hung out. So now today, today's cuckoo. It's my day off of work, right? Normally 7 to 2, I'm at work. So I do my birthday and recognition. I have an event tonight. Anybody who's in the Northeast who is close to South Jersey, at Miller's Ale House in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. I'm having a meetup with Pusher P, who I adore. And so I wanted to pack goodie bags for the folks who attend. Everybody here is welcome to attend Miller's Ale House. It's right off the New Jersey Turnpike, exit 4. If you are local and want to come, food will be available for purchase, and we're just going to hang out. If you're asking questions, friends, I can't see them. I promise I will answer them at the end. So then I had some family time, right? We had breakfast. Now I'm here training. 3 o'clock, new releases, right? New releases are a guarantee across the board, okay? SpongeBob, my daughter's, has play rehearsal. Then I have the meetup, and then I have family time. And I put a note here that no school or no work, okay? My schedule changes daily, and it changes weekly. So today I didn't have work, so I had a different block. So I utilized that block. Now, if this makes you anxious, spinning in circles too much, I can't even think. It doesn't have to be fancy, friends. Grab a piece of paper. I'm not even kidding. Grab a piece of paper in your notebook and make 6 lines. And write Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And write the things that you need to do for your personal self and the things you need to do for your business. But your business should be listed every single day, even if it's not for 8 hours. I don't have 8 hours. And I still go live 5 times a week, okay? Time blocking is huge. So we are going to talk about the 5-minute rule. We all talked about how we spin in circles. We all talk about how we spin in circles, right? Because we get overwhelmed. 5 minutes. The one task that is not my favorite to do, that I procrastinate, I put off, and we're going to talk about that in a few minutes. Actually, I skipped over a whole section. Distractions, burnouts, and boundaries. This may make some of you feel like I'm talking to you. If it does, self-reflect. Your phone can be a paycheck or it can be a distraction. If you're sitting there doom scrolling, watching everybody else sell jewelry, but you're not doing an income producing activity, it's a distraction. Set office hours for your business. My customers know that generally from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. on the daily, I am not available on my phone. Guess what? I'm got news flash. There are no jewelry emergencies. Nobody is going to have a health crisis if the wrong piece of jewelry is in their bin. Or if they forgot to insert whatever. Or if they want this piece, I promise they're still going to want it in 15 minutes when your business is open. You do not have to be accessible to them 24 hours a day. Here's one. This is going to make some people, and listen, I don't care. Turn off notifications for everything. I don't check my Facebook every 5 minutes. I don't. When I do, I go and respond to messages. I respond to comments. I do all of that, but it is a block of time. There are no jewelry emergencies. None. I promise. It may feel like an emergency. I was running around here trying to find my cachet earrings. Okay? But it wasn't an emergency. I would have been fine. And stop. Ready? This one. Stop apologizing for boundaries. You are entitled to have a life. Stop apologizing. You are allowed. What you need to do is train your customers, be consistent, and follow through when you say you are going to show up. And then when you say I'm not available, they're not mad at you because they know you're going to be live tomorrow at 8 p.m. So they can ask you their question then. Or you get to your messages usually later at night, but you always answer. You're always helpful. You're always kind. When you're consistent, they don't stress that you don't answer them immediately. No jewelry emergencies, friends. Okay? You don't need to respond instantly to be professional. There are auto replies you can set up in Facebook to say, thank you for your message. I will be responding to messages today at 8 p.m. or whatever time it is, 5 p.m., 3 p.m., 2 p.m., whatever time it is. Thank you for your interest. I'll talk to you soon. But then you better bet your bottom dollar that you best respond. Because otherwise, you're not reliable. And they're going to go find the person who always shows up. I forgot to say this in the beginning, so I'm going to say it now. I run my business. You heard my accolades earlier, right? By myself. I don't have an assistant. My husband doesn't step foot in this bling room. He's a little scared, okay? I have zero assistance with running my business, from ordering to receiving to shipping to invoicing to pulling pieces to all the things. If I didn't set boundaries, I would go insane. I am amazing. I offer amazing customer service, but it's not immediate. Okay? Perfection delays income. Let that one settle in. Perfection delays income. You're never going to be perfect. The post is never going to be perfect. Your system is never going to be perfect. And you know how you make it better? By working it and figuring out what works and what doesn't work. Because no matter how perfect you think your live is going to be, you're going to drop jewelry. You're going to call something brass when it's gunmetal. I do it all the time. You're going to call a ring a necklace. And then you're going to say, people, don't put this around your neck. It'll choke you, right? You're never going to be perfect. So stop blocking your blessings by waiting for things to be exactly how you think they should be. Stop researching all the things on TikTok and hit the dang button. Are you going to mess up? Yup. Are you going to get restrictions? Yup. Are you going to die from that? Probably not. Probably not. Stop trying to make everything perfect. It will never be perfect. Action beats aesthetics. What does that mean? If I do a post of 10 pieces that I grabbed from my order history super quick, it is better than me not posting at all because I'm like, ooh, they don't match. I don't have a theme, my album. What am I going to say? No, here's 10 pieces. Grab them. Guess what? That's better than not showing jewelry, because if you don't show jewelry, you're not going to sell jewelry. Write that down. Because if you're sitting there overthinking, trying to make everything perfect, you're not selling jewelry. Promise, you're not. But if you show up, show the jewelry, and have fun, I guarantee you, even if you don't sell anything that night, the next time you will, because you're going to build consistency. We're going to talk about the 5-minute rule. Okay? The 5-minute rule is start messy, fix later. When I first started the bin system here, okay, these are my customer bins. I only had half of these and I ran out of bin space real quick. That's a great problem to have, friends. And guess what? I didn't have a choice but to figure out how to build more shelves. Am I a woodworker? Nope. Am I handy? Not really. But guess what? I had to figure it out because I had customers coming in and they wanted bins. And I want to sell them jewelry. All day, every day. Consistency builds trust. My customers know on TikTok, they know on Sunday nights, Tuesday nights, and Friday nights at 8 p.m., I'm going to hit the button and I'm going to be there. And you know what? If I'm not, they are worried. They're worried. Now, does it happen that sometimes personal things have to happen on a Friday night or a Tuesday night? Sure. But I always let my customers know. And my customers know on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. and Saturday mornings at 9 a.m., I'm going to be live on Facebook. They also know when I'm done with my TikTok live, I'm going to post an album over to Facebook and they're going to get to see what I showed over there. So consistency, write this down, builds trust. Your perfect post doesn't build trust. Being real, raw, and showing up for your customers is how they're going to trust you and how they're going to shop with you. If you say, I go live, but I don't have any shoppers, what are you doing to build relationships with them? This one is going to make some people feel some kind of way. It's met with love, I promise. Having the hot pieces doesn't guarantee that you're going to become a top-level seller. Building relationships with the existing customers you have is what is going to sustain you moving forward and help you grow. When my customers come into my lives, they are immediately welcomed by an entire flock of flamingos. My team is the flamingos, but my customers are also flamingos. Okay? That is because those people, my regulars, know, love, and trust me. And they love bringing new people in who are going to feel known, loved, and trusted. When the going gets tough, folks, the tough get going. You're here. You didn't quit. There's a reason. When my numbers aren't, I'm a numbers-driven person. I was an accountant, okay? So when my numbers aren't where I need them to be, I struggle. But what I have learned is I have to step back, I have to refocus, and sometimes I have to woosah and come up with a different plan. And that's not always easy. What you cannot do, I used to sell paparazzi full time. I now have a job. I didn't just stop showing up, friends. I still did not cancel lives when I started working. Did my live schedule shift? Yes. What you cannot do is disappear, throw your hands up, and say, I'm not gonna. Sometimes, newsflash, Black Diamond level seller here, I talk to myself on Facebook. It happens. Makes me crazy. But it happens to all of us. But I still show up. I still show up. Give the best version of you that day. Give the best version of you that day. That may look different. Sometimes the best version of me is a ball cap, a t-shirt, and some cute hoops. And sometimes I can get all jazzed up and feel like a queen like I am today. Okay? Commit to showing up day to day for you and your business, no matter what your best looks like that day. All right, here we go. This is the close. I did good. I stayed about 40 minutes. That's pretty good. I need you to commit to one income-producing activity that you are going to do daily. I need one distraction you are going to cut. Whether that's playing Candy Crush for 3 hours, whether it's doom scrolling TikTok, trying to figure out how you go live. You push the button. That's how you go live. And you figure it out as you go. You know why? You don't have any other choice. While you're live, you got to figure out how to sell the jewelry. And one boundary that you're going to set. So ready? This is what you're going to commit to. One income producing activity you're going to do every day. One distraction you're going to cut. And one boundary you will set this week. You started the business for freedom. Let's manage our time so it gives us that. Just because you run a business does not mean you can't enjoy your family. My family is why I do what I do and why I haven't gone back to corporate. I love the freedom of time and being able to set my schedule. My daughter is 12 years old. She is in the 7th grade. I had a realization this Christmas, and I'm going to try not to get emotional. I got 5 more until she goes to college. I'm not going to miss those moments, but I'm also not going to not provide a roof over her head. So you need to find your why, and your why needs to be bigger than any excuse you can come up with. Because I have a laundry list of excuses why I could have canceled this live today. But there was only one. My why is to be able to help other people realize their dreams. You are worth it. You deserve it. It's time to show up for you. Not for your sponsor, not for Misty, not for Andrea, not for your husband, not for your wife, not for you. Do it for you. You deserve it. You deserve success. And guess what? If you sold 3 pieces last week and this week you sold 5 pieces, that, friends, is success. The folks you see selling hundreds and thousands of pieces of jewelry, they did not start that way. The road to the top is built on small steps of the ladder. Small wins get celebrated. I celebrate every new customer my team members get towards Style Ambassador. I don't just celebrate the folks who achieve Style Ambassador. We celebrate every new customer because every new customer is a win, friends. Every one. The tears of today will water your seeds of tomorrow. I'll say that one again. Tears of today will water your seeds of tomorrow. You're going to have struggles in your business. Every business has ebbs and flows. I don't care if you're Microsoft, Apple, paparazzi consultant number 137643. It doesn't matter. Every single business is going to have ebbs and flows. When you're in your struggle season is when the growth happens. That's when you have to get creative. It's when you have to change something. That's when you grow. Stop coming up with excuses why, and start making the decision to succeed today. You have to start with managing your time. Does that mean that I don't doom scroll? It doesn't. I doom scroll. I'm guilty. Here's when I doom scroll. I set my alarm 15 minutes earlier than I need to get up. And I doom scroll on TikTok. When I lay in bed, before I go to sleep, I doom scroll. But during my functioning hours of the day, I don't doom scroll. I don't play Candy Crush. I don't play whatever game there is. Is your life lifing right now? I understand. My summer was rough. My summer was hard. Did I want to quit? I almost did. But my why was bigger. And you have 100% survival rate on anything you've been through. Process that, friends. When you think I'm not going to get through this, you have 100% survival rate on everything you've gone through up till this day right now. You're here. You survived. Congratulations. Now, what are you going to do with today? There are a million reasons why you don't show up today. But you need one good one to show up. One good one. I love you, Andrea. Thank you. Oh, I'm seeing comments now. You need to get rid of your games on your phone. Yes, that was perfect. Perfect timing. I'm seeing comments now. I truly get distracted. So I'm going to scroll. Oh, I can't scroll back. If you had questions, I can't see them. Please re-ask them. Okay? Right. Candy Crush is addicting. There's a reason. Okay? Put that same energy into posting an album or doing a speed shop or doing a live. If you are scrolling and watching somebody else go live, you can hit the button yourself. What is your why? What is your why? You need to research that. And block your time. Income producing activities include, so let me pull back up my notes here. Messaging customers. Following up with customers who have ordered. Following up with maybe folks who had questions about joining the business. Posts of jewelry. Speed lives. Putting your jewelry back into the vault, believe it or not, is an income producing activity. That is my downfall. I started to say this and then I got squirreled. It happens. I have a news flash for you. I don't think I've canceled in my almost 8 years more than 5 lives. I don't think I have. Maybe I have, but it's not more than 10. Okay? I don't love going live. I love sitting on the couch under my cozy minky blanket that I got for Christmas. So, can you watch other sellers? Yes. And can you learn from them? Yes. But if you are substituting an income producing activity for scrolling and watching Monica sell jewelry, you're not being productive. So if you want to scroll through, she's on all hours of the night. I watch Monica. Emily Brinson for a long time was my entertainment when I had insomnia. 2 o'clock in the morning, Emily Brinson would always be on, and I would scroll, and she would entertain me, and I would learn. But if that's a block of time that you're supposed to be putting your jewelry up, commit to 5 minutes. What is the business task that you like doing the least? Mine is putting my jewelry back into the vault. So yes, it's in my block. It's in my block, right? On Saturdays, I put jewelry away. So I put on some good music. Who doesn't love to dance? And I dance and I put jewelry away. So I make it fun. And then my reward is I get to go make sets after everything's put away for the following week. Commit to 5 minutes every day. Set a timer. I guarantee you when that 5 minutes is up, you're going to want to keep going. That is the 5-minute rule. And that is how you're going to be productive. That avoids procrastination. And that is totally fine. You can watch while you're working. I get it. Sometimes I have lives on in the background while I'm putting jewelry away, right? I do. Sometimes I do that. I'm like, let's see. Because sometimes you can just pick up words, right? So commit to 5 minutes. I am going to post a worksheet, a PDF that you can fill out. You don't need to return it to me. It's not for me. I promise you it's for you. It is a time management worksheet to help you better manage your time. Okay? So I will be posting that after the live today. Okay, I'll be posting it right here on the team page for you to print out and, yeah, commit to the 5-minute rule. You can do anything for 5 minutes. How many pieces do I show every live? Between 80 and 100. Between 80 and 100. Some in sets, some by themselves. I mix and match. You're welcome. Any other questions? I'm here for 30 minutes more. So, and I go live 5 days a week as a busy mom and somebody who works outside the home. What if you don't have a lot of inventory? That is amazing. You shouldn't have a lot of inventory. There's ways you can. So here I'm going to give you a perfect example on, this is not what I'm training on, but I'll help. Listen. And Tamara, I'm going to help you in a second too. This is a vintage necklace. I think I saw Julia comment on this earlier. This is a vintage necklace. It's an $8 piece. Okay. This is the only piece that I am wearing that I have in my inventory right now. So these are cachet earrings. Are you talking about, I don't stock cachet. Are you talking to your customers about cachet? I have my cachet rings stacked. Oh, I don't have my good camera. I'm on my Apple, sorry. But I have, this is a ring. This is two separate rings. Okay. I wear those while I'm live. I talk to those. I talk about those. I talk about cachet. I don't have them in stock, but I have this in stock. I want my customers to go buy cachet from my paparazzi showroom. Biggest problem is putting back when I am done live. Okay, so my system, Tamara, is, and I've paused comments, so I'm not ignoring you. I will get to you. I'm going in order. I have ADHD and have to be systematic. Okay. So I post an album after I'm live. So while I am live, I look up the pieces. No, I don't take screenshots while I'm live. I pull stock photos from my order history while I'm live. I have a scanner that's hooked up to my computer, and I will show you what it sounds like. And my customers don't care. And if they do, sorry, Charlie. Okay, so they hear that. And I scan and I check, it checks my order history. And then I download the picture, and then when I'm done, I'm ready to go. I put it in the bag. I put it over here. So that album is available to shop until Wednesday, so they don't immediately go away. So I have 1 day a week where I take the jewelry from the previous week and I put it back in its home. Tamara, I'm going to challenge you to put on good music, put the jewelry back where it belongs, and have yourself a dance party. Yes, there is a replay, Andrea. Yup. Show what you have, sell, then reinvest. I can do another whole live on reinvesting wisely. Yes. So if I sell 50 pieces this week, next week, I can only buy 50 pieces. Period. The end. Stop purchasing with emotion. You have to buy jewelry with a business mindset. It is inventory. It's all real pretty. How do I set up for my live? I have a very, very fancy system. Okay. All of my jewelry is in Ziploc baggies. Okay. If I have a set, all the pieces are in this baggie. All my baggies go in. This bag is empty because I was live last night, but go into an IKEA bag. That bag sits on my right. I show it. I scan it. I pull the picture. And I have an empty bag on my left. Here is my bag of what I showed yesterday. So this is currently in an album. That stays over there until I pull that before I invoice on Wednesday evening. Keep showing inventory of what you have. You're welcome. You're a returning consultant. Welcome back. To be ready. What? Committed to 5 minutes a day. Thank you, Courtney, for your time. I love it. And if anybody has questions, I don't take the pictures. I work too. I work 7 to 2, which is not quite full time, but it's close enough. And 6-year-old. I have a 12-year-old. And she's sassy. I don't take screenshots while I'm live, but that is an option. You can totally do that. There's nothing wrong with that. Take screenshots while you're live if that works better for your brain. Everybody is going to laugh at me, okay? I talked earlier about showing up over perfection. I go live from an Android. I don't love Androids, but the camera is good. I don't know how to operate. I don't even know how to take a screenshot on an Android. I don't. I know how to go live. That's it. So I can't screenshot it. But if you know how to screenshot while you're live, go ahead. Take a screenshot. I love it. It's better than not posting a recap album at all. So my jewelry gets put in an album for pre-claim. It gets shown in a live. It's in a recap album. And then it goes into the vault until it comes back out again. I go live from a business page, but I went live from a personal page for 1.5 years before I made the transition over to a business page. And I went live on my personal page, and then I posted my albums on my business page, and I would tell my folks here on Facebook, hey, head on over to my business page. My recap album will be there after the live. You would love a training on reinvesting. I go live anywhere from, it depends on how fast it goes, how much I'm yapping, from 2 to 3.5 hours. Although I have been going live longer on TikTok, I don't know. It's just a different vibe and I can play music and I love it. Stop purchasing with emotion. Yes, sometimes I only sell 4 pieces a week. Yes, Diane, you don't need to order jewelry every day. I promise. If you don't have the customers, you shouldn't be buying 20 pieces of jewelry. You don't need to order at least 20. But think about how you're ordering because you're paying $7.99 shipping. And that cuts into your profit. So I tend to wait until I can buy 23 pieces. 23 pieces at the $4.60 get you free shipping. Heads up. That's the biggest, hardest challenge. So I just have this scanner that I got on Amazon. It's just a regular USB scanner and it plugs into my computer. So it's unplugged now, so it won't blind you. But there's a ton of different options. I had a handheld one before, but I like this one. Sits on my desk. So I like that one better. But it's personal preference. Tasha, so there you go. I don't put away until the replay is done. Yeah, same with me. Oh, you check the amount you have in Premiere. You're better than me. I will also say, I do not have all of my inventory posted in Premiere. I invoice everything through Premiere, but I don't have all the only items I have in my Premiere inventory are my limited quantity pieces, 2 or less. Everything else is reserved for a live show. You love your Android. I know. I do fill customer bins as I sell. So while I'm live, obviously I'll go. We're just going to give you an example here. Gold with the clear, with the white pearls. So super cute. Love those. Comment number 72. And let's just say, Nicole, you want number 72. I'm going to put those in Nicole's bin. Yes. Just right from here, I can reach all of these bins. I have about 125 bins here. Excellent idea. See? The treasure chest, I love it. You're welcome. You're welcome. Hi, Sinetra. Sinetra, hello, friend. How often do you're okay. I go live 5 times a week for between 2 and, it depends. Facebook, I tend to only go live for about an hour and a half. TikTok, I'm going 3 hours plus. And I'm live TikTok 3 days a week, Facebook 2 days a week. So 5 days a week. Plus I do a team training once a week with my team. And I do 2 Zooms a month. Plus I work from 7 to 2 every day. Plus I'm currently costuming 50 kids in SpongeBob, which is not an easy show to costume. And I just did Rudolph. So I know you Android folks. You love them. I am not an Android friend. I like their camera. The other day, your links to your week's posting. Have them in one spot for your customers. Yes, so I'll show you what Kim is talking about on my business page. And in my VIP group, again, I have to do this on my Android, so you have to forgive me. I'm not good at it. I know how to go live. I'm not lying when I say that. There we go. So pinned to the top of my page is It's Time to Shop. And there are the links to my recap albums and all of my catfight albums so that they can click. So Taylor Kirby does have an amazing training on reinvesting. The power of 15. That is how I started. I fell in love with Taylor the first. I was like, oh, he's speaking my language, right? He does have a great training on that. I don't allow replay shopping because I post a recap live. And on TikTok, your lives don't stay. So I don't do replay shopping. I turn the commenting off immediately. And let's keep it real. Nobody's going to sit through 2 hours of a live. Nobody's going to sit through 2 hours of a live that just happened. People don't have that kind of time. So have a quick way for them to grab the pieces. So I was live last night and Sunday night live recap album. And I didn't show a lot. Well, I showed some stuff that was in Premiere. That's why, because I don't post that to the recap album. I tell them they can check out. And there are the stock photos. And I pick whichever one I think shows the jewelry the best. And they can just comment sold on And that is available only until Wednesday. Then I turn the commenting off on that. If you're just starting out on TikTok and don't have the followers yet. You do no longer do you need 1,000 followers. I don't know what the protocol is, but I don't think you need, I didn't have 1,000 followers when I started. So connect with people. That is part of an income producing activity. If you are going on TikTok and you don't have followers, you don't have that live button, an income producing activity is building yourself up to make connections with people so that you get enough followers. So let's just say, if you look on my TikTok, it's books. I'm locked in book talk. It's a lot of Gen Xers, right? A lot of women in menopause, right? So, but it's who I am. So it's easy for me to engage because I relate. And TikTok is really good about showing me things that I want to see. Tracy, Taylor Kirby's training is on YouTube. But I can do a training if Andrea wants me to do another training on that. So Taylor Kirby's training is on YouTube. If you search Taylor Kirby, Power of 15, it'll come right out. Yeah, the handheld ones I don't like. I like that it sits on my desk and I don't have to touch it and I'm hands-free. So I boop it. We call it booping around here. We're very fancy, see? We boop it, it goes over here, and then I post the album. TikTok trains do help you, but I saw, Kim, that Ramo just did one and got shut down for I don't know. She got in trouble. Yeah, Taylor Kirby's Power of 15 is on YouTube. So my albums are available until I invoice. So I invoice on Wednesdays, due on Friday. Okay, so Wednesday afternoon when I get home from work, I generally pull the albums. And as I'm pulling, I turn off the commenting so that only pages I follow, my business page doesn't follow any business pages except for paparazzi, and I don't think paparazzi is claiming. So then folks can't comment on older posts, and that helps me keep track because stuff sells. The scanner I got, I can post it after. It's from Amazon. It's just a tabletop scanner. I don't know. I think it was like $20, $30. Yeah. I don't know if it is updated with the new price, but the Power of 15 does not depend on price, Kim, because it's talking about pieces. So I don't care if I have $5,000 in my Premiere. Woohoo. Let's send that to the gods, right? Doesn't mean I'm going to spend $5,000. If I sold 100 pieces, it doesn't make sense. If I sold 100 pieces, I don't have $5,000. But if I sold 100 pieces, I'm buying 100 pieces. And the Power of 15 and buying 25 is when you're building your inventory. It's when you're building your inventory. At some point, and I do training on this, I worked in manufacturing for a lot of years. Inventory was one of my, it was definitely on YouTube. How many days do I go live? I go live 5 days a week. Stop wishing, Cynthia, and put a plan into action. Stop wishing. Love you. What are you going to do to get 25 customers? Are you going to do a share giveaway? Are you going to reward customers for bringing friends in? Android camera is fire, but the operating system is... It's the Power of 15, Nora. Yes, it's called the Power of 15. Remind me to put back in my weekly schedule, recap new releases. Yes. No excuses. Yeah, love the Power of 15. Hello, everybody. That's how I started. No, it doesn't change because 15 pieces is, if I sell 15 pieces, I should only be buying 15 pieces. I shouldn't be spending all the money I made from the 15 pieces I sold. Oh, This is like, that's another thing I'm super passionate about. Unless I'm new and I'm trying to build some inventory, but you should not have a warehouse of jewelry. If you sell 15 pieces, you should be buying 15 pieces. Lots of replay shopping. So how did you set up the recap live? I don't have a stock photo link. So this is my album. So I did a post with the pictures. I scan the pieces while I'm live and I save the pictures to my computer. My computer is right here all the time, always. You can see I'm an Apple girl. Okay. So then I post it just like I post anything else. And then I click share and I copy the link and I add it to my list of ways to shop with me this week. So if I post a Catfight album right now, which is a one and done album, that's what I call it, I would add it. So right now I have 4 one and done albums posted. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I did 5, I would add it here. I would edit it. Are there words on TikTok that you can't say when selling? I just say what I want to say. Stop over analyzing. Hit the button and see what works for you, Samantha. Period. The end. If you've got almost 2,000 followers on TikTok, you should be live over there. No, you don't need at least, it used to be 500. It's not that anymore. TikTok boot. Yep, there's a TikTok train. You're totally fine. Yeah, that would be great, Kim, if you can drop the link. They're getting problems with what appears like gambling with the wheel. Yes, you can't gamble. That's gambling. It's perceived as gambling. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Tamara, for putting the link. Thank you for this. And I will post the worksheet after I'm done. Yeah, whoever wants to drop the link, that'd be great. He might be on the loop talking about the power of 15 too. I'm not sure. I haven't seen it on the loop. Did you put your stock photo from your live in a collection group on Premiere and share that link? I don't, Jacqueline, but that's an amazing idea. You absolutely can do that. I don't have all my inventory in Premiere. So my live show inventory is not in Premiere. I have it separate. The way it works for me, you do what works for you. There's no right or wrong way. Okay? There is no right or wrong way. That is a genius idea. If your inventory is all in Premiere, you can make a collection and set it for a certain amount of time and have people shop your Premiere store. 100%. It doesn't work for me because I only have my limited quantity pieces in my Premiere. Okay. You've done giveaways and it's not working. What do you mean it's not working? You have to be strategic about your giveaways. You have to be smart about how you're giving away jewelry. So I do giveaways, and I'm going to tell you how I do giveaways based on who said hi from New Jersey. Hi, I'm in New Jersey too. Here's how I do giveaways on TikTok. I do a giveaway based on when I hit a certain number of taps. I do 15K for my first giveaway. Okay, I have folks who tap like crazy. I then do a giveaway when I sell 20 pieces. Your number may be different. Maybe you'll do a giveaway when you sell 5. Okay, your number can be whatever number. I start at 20, and then I do every 10, I do a giveaway on my lives. I do a giveaway when I reach a viewer goal. Okay, so you have to be strategic about how you're giving jewelry away. What is your goal for the live? Is your goal to get new followers? So then you can, if I get 5 new followers today, I'm going to give away a piece of jewelry. And insert whatever number you want to put in there. You still make 45% profit. Correct. The profit is, the numbers that you make profit is just different. Da-da-da-da. You've been getting your nerves ready. Just do it. Thank you, Kim. Yes, share something on TikTok. If you don't have the live button, share somebody else's post. Yes, the replay will be available, Nikki. It's considered gambling. Hi, Angela from New Jersey. I'm in New Jersey, too. No. Renetta, Marie. I'm going to call you by your middle name. No. If you are feeling like you are drowning in jewelry and you have too much inventory, if you sell 50, buy 25. No, it is not against compliance to sell against the contingency of a sale. It is against compliance to say you have to purchase to win. But you can base your giveaways on how many pieces you sell. But anybody on the live has to be eligible to win. So yes, Renetta Marie, you should not be buying what you're replacing, but you still should be buying new jewelry, just reduce it by half. So if you sell 50, buy 25, or if you sell 20, buy 10. More followers, and then a giveaway. Right. Hi, Felicia. Just do it. You do a giveaway when you reach 10K. And let's just say your average live, and I'm using TikTok here because that's where I do most of my selling these days. Facebook is where I built my business. I'm not selling much there these days. Newsflash. Just saying. I know there are folks who are doing really well with it. But if you get on average, get 2,000 taps, which is likes, do a giveaway. Tell your customers, I'm going to do a love away or a giveaway. I'm going to give away a free piece of jewelry when I reach 3,000 likes. How do I pick the winners? So there are several ways. There are games within TikTok you can use, which help build the comments. I sometimes just write a number down and I ask them a question. So I'll say, okay, flamingos, that's what I call my customers. Comment your favorite color. And so comment 3 to 5 times. I write a number. You can see actually in my little notebook with my notes. Here's my circled numbers. Okay. Those are from my giveaways on my live. And then I count the comments. And on TikTok, it's a little different. My only requirement on TikTok is that you have to be registered because I have to be able to get you your jewelry. If you're not registered, I don't know how to sell you your jewelry or send you your jewelry. Yeah, they do. That's me. I'm drowning in my jewelry and I have not been buying much. I'm not mad at you. So, but you still need to throw some new in. I am currently reducing my inventory. Okay. Real talk from Courtney. I am currently reducing my inventory. So when I sell 100 pieces, I'm buying 25. But I'm bringing new inventory in to mix with my vault stuff. Julia, how old is this necklace? This necklace is from like 2020, probably. Maybe. How much jewelry should I have on hand? If you sell about 100 pieces a month, you should not have more than 3 months inventory. You should not have more than 3 months inventory. It does not take 3 months for paparazzi to send you jewelry. And if you sell out, I live on the East Coast. It takes a long time for me to get my jewelry, 7 to 10 days. Okay? But if I see that happening, guess what? I'll just place an order for lots of jewelry. Be active by sharing your replicated site. Yes, Andrea, preach it. Preach it. Cachet. Cachet is how I get active every month. The first of the month, I'm like, ooh, look at all our cachet. Yes, Andrea. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. $100 sales a month, you should not have more than 300 pieces. Yes. Hello, everybody. Felicia, I do charge shipping. So if people do not purchase, here's how I do it. Okay? You do it how you are an independent consultant. I'm going to tell you what I do. Okay? I wasn't charging shipping for a long time, and then I was getting people who just wanted free stuff. So I give you, so let's say you win a giveaway today, Felicia, and you don't shop with me. Okay? You don't shop with me. That's okay. Congratulations, Felicia. Super excited. I'm going to send you a really cute piece of jewelry, sometimes 2, sometimes 5. It just depends on what my giveaway is. If you do not purchase, so today is the 19th. If you don't purchase by the end of the month, the 31st or whatever my last invoice cycle is for the month, you're going to get an invoice at the end of the month for $5 shipping. Still going to get the piece of jewelry for free, but you're going to pay shipping. You know why? Because shipping is an expense, friends. Shipping is an expense. I'm not good at sugarcoating, Jacqueline. I'm sorry. It's not my strength. I said words. I'm not good at words, but I'm pretty smart. So thank you. So yes, I do charge shipping if they don't purchase, but I do give them the whole month to shop. So they may not, because maybe they can't shop this week. I can't thank Andrea enough. Every time I'm invited to train anybody in anybody's group, I'm grateful. I'm so honored. You do. Yes, Deborah, you have to remain active and searchable on the website. You, however, need to purchase 10 pieces a month to never lose your consultant ID, which would give you a rolling PV of 200. How do I advertise cachet on a live? Sure thing. So I always wear the rings, okay? And everything I wear is always sellable. So I'm very subtle. And yes, right, Andrea, if you share your replicated site and share cachet, people can buy from your paparazzi showroom. So when I'm showing this jewelry, right, I'm doing this. And so somebody's going to say, ooh, I like your rings. Can I see your rings closer? Sure. These are 2 sets of cachet. Aren't they fabulous? And then I pull it up on my screen. I don't know if I can do it on my Android. Normally, my Android is here and my Apple is in my hands. I don't even know if I have the paparazzi. Oh, wait. Nope. That's Premiere. Oh, my gosh. All right. Let's see. Paparazzi accessories. Now, normally this is like just up always on my Apple phone, right? And so then I'm going to hit cachet and I'm going to show them all of the great. Now, I make sure, and it does, I make sure that it has the customer pricing there. And then I also talk to them about how they can get this ring for $24 or whatever the consultant cost is, right? Yep. So I show them. You're like that with Apple. Yeah, I'm not good with Android. And you're either one team or the other. Andrea is going to be live. She is still under the weather. So just so you know, she will be live tonight at 6 p.m. for you guys. She's still not feeling great. So hearts to her for showing up. Guess what? She could say, I can't come today. I'm sick. She's sick. But she's choosing to block that time for you. Why aren't you blocking time for you and your business? period, the end. Stop spinning in circles and take action, friends. It's never going to be perfect. It's never going to be ideal. The time is never going to be right. No, I show them their customer price, but I do talk to them about the consultant price. I say, you could get this ring. I think this one is like, I don't know. I don't remember, $24. So I'm like, if you want this ring for $24, you could save yourself, especially with like, let's talk about it. The freshwater pearl necklaces. I'm a pearl girl. My Z's a pearl, right? Like, love pearls. Love those necklaces. They are over $70, I think. But you can save more than $20 by getting the discount. And all you have to do is sign up for $20 and you can get cachet for a discount. Plant those seeds for tomorrow. You're watering the seeds. You're planting the seeds, you're watering them, and you're making people think. I know. The cachet, I am obsessed with the cachet. Newsflash, I never wore rings before. Now I got 3 that I don't take off ever. I love them. I have a funny story. I have the blingy gold ring too. It fell off in one of my bins. I haven't been able to find it when I was putting jewelry away. Yeah, it's in one of my bins. I will find it one day. Yeah, absolutely. It's no secret. It's no secret. We get a discount on the jewelry and they can get a discount too. And then when their friends say, oh my gosh, your rings are so cute, they can sell them rings too and make a little bit of money. You're very welcome. All right. It's your number 1 sales. I love cachet too. I'm obsessed. And make sure you're wearing it and mixing it with your $8 pieces. People do not, you have to train your customers. They don't think. They think, oh my gosh, these earrings are $20. I get 2 pair of $8 earrings. But if I have these $20 earrings, I can wear 6 different necklaces with it and change the vibe. It's part of the other reason that I keep these rings on all the time. This has a little bit of bling in it. Right? So have your base set. These rings never come off. So I'm going to post a worksheet when I'm done here. We're going to get ready for new releases, okay? And then I am going to post daily challenges if it's okay with Andrea. I'm sorry, it's Andrea. Sorry, Andrea. She's like, girl, you should know my name. I do. I'm from New Jersey. We say Andrea. I don't have that pretty accent. But Andrea, I know your name, girl. If it's okay with you, I'm going to post challenges each day in the morning, for folks to kickstart blocking their time and start being productive and start spinning in circles. The first thing I'm going to do though is post that worksheet. So yeah, I'm from New Jersey. We say Andrea. I know her name is Andrea. I know that's how she goes. It's my bad. Have to be perfect? No, guess what? I just messed up our host's name. I'm not perfect, but I showed up. I'm in South Jersey. And anybody who's local to South Jersey, I'm having a meetup tonight at Miller's Ale House in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. Everybody is welcome to attend. It's from 5 to 8. It's just off. Exit 4 off the turnpike. I love you too, girl, and I'm sorry. Yeah, so if anybody wants information on that, you could send me a message. Tonight, 5 to 8 at Miller's Ale House. It's me and Pusher P are going to be there. What all is needed to go live? Charisse, do you have jewelry? Do you have a smile? And do you have a love of jewelry? You have everything you need to go live. True fact. I have a member of my team who didn't have numbers her first live. You know what she used? This was genius. Playing cards. Playing cards. Deck of playing cards. Oh, you grew up in Magnolia. I'm in Marlton. Uno cards work too. Be creative. All you need to go live is jewelry. Push the button. Don't be scared. People on the other end can't get to you. I'm going to see if I can show you my live setup, how I used to go live for a long time. She cut cardboard. There you go. Hold on. I can't navigate quickly on here. And then I'm going to I'm going to ski-daddle. But I'm going to show you. Da-da-da-da. Search. If you think it needs to be fancy, I'm here to tell you it doesn't. Okay, this is where I used to go live. That is my daughter was 4 years old when I started. Okay, that's my daughter's piano bench. It is a plate stand and it's holding my iPad. There you go. Julia doesn't even use numbers. And I had a, there you go. I had a torch lamp from Walmart. And this was my sold bin. Okay, it was a bag. That's how I went live for years because it was all I had. I didn't have this room. I literally went live from my dining room table after my daughter went to bed because she was 4 when I started this. She's 12 now. Okay. And then after my live, I would take my inventory, put it back under my bed upstairs. Yeah, there's no wrong way. Show the jewelry. That's what's important. Piano bench, plate holder, and my iPad, and a torch light. What's important? Your lighting. I don't care if you take nothing. Yes, I do care. I want you to be organized and block your time and manage your time and use your time wisely. But write this down too. LED bright white bulbs. If you have a yellow hue on your lives, it is changing the colors and not showing the jewelry in its perfect light. Okay? I had this cheap torch light that I think I had from college. It was in my basement. Okay? And I put LED bright white bulbs in it. It makes a difference. It makes a difference. Do I have a dehumidifier? No, but I don't have humidity in my room. I'm in my formal living room of my home. So it's climate controlled. If I was in a humid environment, I absolutely would. Hello. Hello, Ethel. LED bright white bulb. It doesn't matter what wattage. It doesn't. It will change whatever wattage your lamp takes. And even if you have like an overhead light, change those little candle bulbs to LED. They have them. You're going to save on your electric bill and it's going to make the jewelry look better. LED bright white bulbs. And you can even get them at the dollar store, I do believe. Dollar Tree has them for the regular ones. I don't know about the candle ones. But Dollar Tree definitely has LED bright white light bulbs. At least here in New Jersey. All right, folks, let's go get new releases. I'm going to post the worksheet for you. It is in a PDF form. If anybody has any questions, please don't ever hesitate to reach out. I'm happy to help. Thank you, Andrea, for being awesome. I hope you feel better. We'll see you at 6 o'clock. This training is amazing. There are volumes of information here. People would pay thousands for the information you're getting. Make sure you're implementing it. Don't just keep watching trainings. Please implement it. I want to see you succeed. I adore you. I look forward. Yes, there's new releases today. Right? There was no email that corporate is closed. And if you're registered for EMP, make sure you check your email. Just throwing that out there in case you missed the memo. Make sure you check your email. Thank you, Andrea. I appreciate you trusting me. And of course, my answer will always be yes, my friend. Yeah, any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Happy to answer any questions, comment on here. Any questions that you have, I'll try to follow up. Yes, please implement. Otherwise, you wasted both of our time. All right? Have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye.